Well, g'day and welcome to this catch-up with the Jesuits. We're joined this week by Matthew Pinson. Matthew, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Matthew, you're a Jesuit in formation, finishing off a period called Regency, where Jesuits have pastoral experience. Can you tell us where you are at the moment for the last part of this Regency period?
Yes. So the last part of my Regency will be about 5 months in Wadeye, a remote Aboriginal community in the northwest of Northern Territory. So I'm about 3 weeks into that placement now. And I was sent here without a very specifically defined role, just to really start to fit into the community and see how I can contribute here and learn a bit more about life and culture in this part of the world. And I happened to arrive here just about the same time as the first COVID cases. And so what I've done so far is to volunteer with the COVID rapid response team. So we've done a fair bit of testing to try to track the progress and hopefully slow it through the town. And now we've switched more to a role of monitoring the vulnerable people. First of all, those who are vulnerable who have COVID, and then those who don't yet, to keep an eye in case they do get it, so that the team can be really up to date on who needs particular care.
That's an amazing kind of situation to find yourself in. What is it as a Jesuit that you might bring to that situation in particular?
So I think what's really important is the focus on the individual, the knowledge that the person in front of me is someone who has a relationship with God in some way, and that I'm privileged to be able to enter into it in that a bit, whether it be the service of providing this testing to someone, or just recognizing the joy and the life that's here in this community, so different from the one that I have grown up in and known for most of my life.
Speaking of joy, I imagine there's plenty that's challenging about being in an environment like the one you're in, and sort of a pretty heavy workload, but maybe joy too. And I wonder if there's something that sticks out from the week that was particularly joyful, or a kind of God moment for you this week.
Oh yeah, there certainly was one. So we visited a particular house, and there was a really young child, only about 2 years old. And he really wanted to give me a fist bump. He was holding up this tiny little fist. It would have only been about the size of 1.5 of my fingers. And now the particular role I had at that time, of course, we're very careful that we don't catch COVID ourselves or spread it from household to household. So the particular role I had, I wasn't meant to touch at all the people that we were visiting at that time. And so he was really disappointed that I just wasn't able to fist bump him. And so I had to think about it. No, I do have time. I can give him this fist bump and go and change my gloves. And just the joy that came over his face when I was able to give him this little fist bump, and he was running off onto the veranda, really happy with the world. And it was just so lovely to see, because sometimes when we visit houses, there's a fair bit of hesitation or suspicion, as I guess you would imagine if someone turns up in full PPE at your door wanting to do some medical tests. And so to find the welcome and the happiness on the face of this really young boy, it really made it all worthwhile.
Matthew, we might ask those watching to pray for and with you as you undergo this last part of your Regency or pastoral formation, and also for the communities that you're serving as COVID roles through Northern Australia. God bless and thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, please do pray for us.